Hello everyone, my name is Genesis013 and welcome back to Dark Souls. I may sound a bit annoyed, mostly because this is the third time I've recorded. First one, I had some issues with some extraneous moments that I should have actually controlled myself. Second reason, it failed because my actual recording program decided to have a heart attack on me. So, basically what happened last time, we killed a naked dragon, we killed Seath and stuff. Yes. We also went back in time, so we are now in the ancient lands of Oolacile. I have tried fighting the boss in the first recording. It failed horribly, so thankfully you won't be missing much. So, let's begin with the Sanctuary Guardian. Generally, this guy is the first boss of the DLC, and quite an interesting customer right off the bat. Extremely aggressive, kind of a jerk. And I have to be sort of careful. And of course, likes dodging my sorceries and countering them. Ow. Yeah, this is pretty much what happens. My sorceries can hurt him, can hit him pretty hard. It's just I'm having the problem of actually executing them without him countering me. And there's probably also gonna be the run-in problem of the fact that I don't have any health to my own. So I'm probably I can't take any hits, so as much as I want to, so thus I'm more prone to... Oh. Yep. Yeah. Ow. Yeah. Why do you always headbutt me, Sanctuary Guardian, when I'm about to cast? Why? You bastard. So, I'm not going to say I didn't see this coming, because I actually half expected it, seeing as Valtier here is my first time ever using just pure intellect and just pure sorceries, so I'm not used to fighting the DLC bosses like this, because usually when I fight them, I go, ow, full melee! What's wrong with you? Ow! Why can't my camera get a hold of Oh, screw you. Okay, there we go. You can actually cut his... This guy is a boss who you can actually cut his tail off. The weapon you get off of it is interesting to say the least. It's not really the best weapon that some people would recommend. It's not a good weapon that some people would use. It falls under the category of a whip. Oh. Go away! I was about to say, if I had just cut your tail off from there, that would have been actually kind of hilarious. Ah. You! Leave me alone! Ow. And I almost died trying to do that. That could have actually ended horribly if I didn't do that. But either way, we now have a dead cat. Hooray! The angriest cat in the world has been put down. So, yes. That was actually very risky for me doing that. Some other part of me would never have tried doing that because, it would have ended horribly. But we got our souls. We got the Guardian Soul, which actually has a bit of lore to its own. Soul of the white-winged lion sanctuary watchkeeper who dreaded the spread of the abyss. The Guardian exhibited traits of several animals other than lions, suggesting that it was no ordinary beast, but rather closer to the beings known as demons. And I guess here's the soul of Priscilla, the crossbreed. I guess I never mentioned her soul when I unfortunately killed her because I was rather depressed when I did that, but soul of Priscilla, the crossbreed, trapped inside the painted world of Ariamus. Special beings have special souls. Use the soul of this crossbreed bastard child, an antithesis of all life to acquire a huge amount of souls, or create a unique weapon. You know, I actually feel even worse killing her because her actual soul, the description of her actual soul makes her seem like that is actually that cruel. I'm just gonna light the bonfire and just kindle it. I'll just do that. And over there is a giant mushroom. I wish I was actually joking about that. There's actually a giant talking mushroom. To which we will actually talk to her because she's kind of one of the important people we can talk to in this in this area.
Well, look at this one. From what faraway age hast thou come? Thy scent is very human indeed, but not intolerable. Ah, Princess Dusk's savior. Thine aura is precisely as she described. I thank thee deeply for rescuing Her Highness. But Princess Dusk is here no longer, snatched away by that horrifying primeval human. And so I must ask...
Yes, we will actually go to rescue Dusk. This is pretty much the main plot, is Dusk somehow actually returned to her own time after we rescued her, but she was snatched by a so-called primeval human.
I am Elizabeth, guardian of this sanctuary, something of a godmother to Princess Dusk. I shall assist thee to my utmost.
And that's about as much lore as you'll ever get about Elizabeth. She's pretty much Dusk's grandmother and resembles a mushroom. However, she does sell you the same. She will pretty much sell you the same sorceries that Dusk will tell you, which is chameleon, which pretty much allows you to check the appearance of a random object, pretty much in the area of your choice. She sells repair, which is actually a very good spell, which allows you to repair your equipment, which is very nice. Cast Light, which is another good spell, which I may end up getting some of these sorceries because they're just due to their invaluability. Cast Light will allow you to pretty much have like a miniature torch following around you, so to kind of light your path. This is actually very useful for a certain part of the game. Hidden Body, which pretty much allows you to go invisible for a time being. It has the same effect of a particular ring that you can acquire through PvP with a certain covenant. And Hidden Weapon, which is the same as Hidden Body, but only it affects your weapons, which I suppose, to be fair, can be useful. I guess I should mention I'm going to increase my endurance a bit more. Just I don't know. Yes. Yeah, just increase my endurance a bit more so I can get like a little. Hopefully I can. I'm already fast rolling, so that's good. But more importantly, so I can have a bit more way to attack. So yes, those are the Oolacile. Those are the sorceries of Oolacile, basically. That were native to there, which are actually much different to the sorceries that we normally are used to, which are from Vinheim, which are all mainly offensive, or I believe a few other. I am getting ahead of myself. I'm getting so distracted that I'm actually not paying attention that I'm being attacked by scarecrows. These are the Royal Gardeners. This is the Royal Garden, which actually resembles a place in Lordran that we will see soon. That we'll actually come back sooner. Pretty much, these scarecrows are pretty much the gardeners of the gardens here. And there is a certain type of enemy in this area that terrifies me to no end, so I'm not going to attack them, which I'm staring at into the distance. Basically, I'm not even gonna attempt to fight them because, well, they will probably destroy me the instant they get. You can get their armor set throughout the game, throughout this area. They're scattered about. For the sake of this, since Nohel Valtier is not really the most optimal person to explore, I'm not going to do it for now. Maybe in another run when I can actually like competently fight people, I'll probably show you where to get all the pieces. So for now, I'm showing you this is a shortcut you can do in which you just hug the entire right side of the edge to help. And you will meet the dragon at this bridge. This guy will be important later. So I'll let him I'll allow introductions for him when the time comes. So for now, just keep in mind that he's important. That's all I shall say. But more importantly, Crystal Lizard, which I would like to get. Mostly because Twinkling Titanite is very useful. It has its use for when you need it. I may use it to upgrade the shield so I can actually benefit from it more. Oh, hi. I totally forgot you were here. And I totally forgot that you can just destroy me. Lovely. That was a mistake on my part. I just died to garden shears. Which is strange, because it's actually a funny thing involving the gardeners here. They pretty much drop this. They have the same drop rate, in which if you kill them, they will pretty much drop the purple and blood red mosses that the Ent and Darkroot actually drop. Funny enough. And on another interesting note, that the ones wielding pitchforks, you can actually have a chance to drop their. They actually have a chance to drop their actual weapon. I'm being awful. I cannot speak today. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning for me, so I'm not normally up at this hour, but whatever. Oh, so either way, I'm just gonna keep running. I'm gonna try to get my souls quickly and just ignore everything. This is kind of a speed run of the Royal Wood, but this is also sort of a run that you can do if you don't really want to mess around. Which in all honesty, I understand for those who do this. I fully understand, having dealt with the horrors of one enemy type that I'm pretty much these giants that you see roaming around with the giant axes. That seems sort of reminiscent to the stone giants in Darkroot that have just swords and shields. Please don't fall down, please don't fall down. Oh, he's gonna fall down. Oh god. Oh no, no! Okay, yep. That's the main reason why I don't want to deal with them. They will just destroy me like that. They destroy everything. I believe they're called the Sanctuary. No, they're not Sanctuary Guardians, because that was the name of the boss, but there's something. Their name is sort of similar to that, I believe. Like the Garden. I don't know their name. It's just like Stone Guardians, I think. It might also be the same one as their Darkroot ones. But basically, just so I can actually get this off my chin, since I keep comparing Oolacile to Darkroot. Pretty much, Darkroot is Oolacile from the future. That is pretty much what Oolacile is. Pretty much Darkroot is what comes afterwards. Fun fact. And I'm sort of regretting that I've had nothing to do with my actual. I'm not sure what you were trying to do with that water pail. But either way, I'm kind of regretting that I have like no vitality at all, because stuff like that is really killing. I'm getting killed very quickly for just simple things. Just kind of getting to me at a point. So I may start putting some points into my vitality after I get my endurance where I want it, which is going to be at 20 at least. And after I max out my intelligence to 50, I'm just going to start putting stuff into vitality so I can actually start living a bit more. So maybe I can actually take a few hits, you know, and not just instantly die before I can heal. Because, you know, that's nice, not having to die. People like that. Well, I like that because, you know, it doesn't make me lose souls. And instead of just running to the bridge like before, in which he just got in my way, I'm going to wait for him to leave and then make my run. He's probably going to come back to. These guys are actually very known for chasing you very much, which is horrifying that they can do that. Well, at least if they spot you. But we're not going to wait for him to come back. We're just going to keep running, basically. I'm also going to kill this guy because, you know, don't want him coming back to destroy me. Because that was horrible what he did to me. It was very scumbaggish. And just to confirm, more mouse bumps. And this run I'm about to do can go pretty much one of two ways. It can either go extremely well or can go really horribly. So first things first, I'm getting rid of these two. Mostly so they clear the way. Because I'm going to make a straight run for that door. The sad thing about this, if I mess up, I get to have two stone guardians pretty much getting up all in my face to destroy me. I don't want because, well, they're horrible. So I'm going to just, please, Valtier, run faster. Oh god, okay, that was too close. Would have had to deal with Scarecrow and it would have been horrible. But, and over there is the next area, which is actually a boss. But before then, I'm going to show you a little shortcut that will pretty much make me skip most of that, which is very good. But also I'm going to talk to this man.
Let me guess. Snatched by a shadowy limb and dragged off to the past?
Well, yes, actually, that has happened.
Yes, of course. Exactly what happened to me. We are both strangers in this strange land. But at least now there are two of us.
So yes, this is an individual known as Marvelous Chester. He actually sells a lot of interesting goods for you. And it's actually a very good source for getting the moss clumps if you want for later games, so you don't actually have to grind for them. He also sells Lloyd's Talismans, Firebombs, Alluring Skulls, mostly Homeward Bones and a Humanity, actually. I believe he holds a few Humanities on him, which is good, and he actually sells a lot of pretty much a bunch of arrows and bolts. Apparently there was, actually I'll believe
Did you happen across Knight Artorius? The legendary abyss walker from the old tales? Well, if you haven't, it's just as well. He's a colorless sort, if you ask me.
And pretty much he mentioned Artorius, which isn't something we haven't heard in a while from. Or rather, I've been sort of alluding to Artorius from at least the lore from Beatrice. And he mentioned he was sort of a colorless person. Wouldn't be too far off, I'll just say. But I think without further ado, let's enter the fog gate and continue onwards.